Good morning. This is the day after I fixed my fuel leak and took the old rim off, put the bearings in the new rim, and took the rotors off the old rim right there, and got the tire put on the new rim, put the new rim on the bike. And when I discovered that I had a massive fuel leak, I was on my way home on the interstate, and I did not realize exactly how bad it was leaking. I thought it was much more of a mild drip, but by the time I got here, it was gushing out of there, and that bike got covered with gasoline, including my pants from here on down. It was all soaking wet with gasoline. So all that waxing and polishing I did for naught. So today, this morning, since it's nice and cool, I'm going to pull the saddlebags off, and I'm going to wax this thing one more time, and that should hold me through the summer. We're still waiting on Charlie's fender. Them people, tell you, it's really aggravating, but we didn't get a hold of them. The insurance company got a hold of them, and they said that they're repainting the fender because they weren't happy with how the pearl white came out. Apparently it's a hard color to match, and so they bought the paint directly from Harley. And anyway, my next project on this is the lowers right here. The black things are coming off. I've got new ones. See, these have speaker holes in them. I took the speakers out. The new ones just have the regular snap pocket, like a little glove box on either side. And I'm going to paint them purple. They come gray, primer gray. But I've got purple to match this, and I'm going to paint them purple and put them back on. So that'll be my very next project on this bike. I mean, besides today, waxing it up. So for the next few hours, that's what I'm going to be doing. I've cleaned my shop up. I got to get a light. See that light right there? That's not bright enough. The light I had, which is, well, right now it burned out. I got it laying in the back of that. It burned out just as I was using it or working at the bench. So I got to get a new light for over there and a light for in my buffing room, because the most important light, which is right over my main buffer that does the heaviest, hardest work, that light went out. So I got to replace 2 4-foot LED lights, and the lowers here, paint. So today I'm just going to float around and clean up this bike. And I enjoy doing it. And I already hurt, for some reason, when I sit on concrete or, any hard floor and drag my butt around, I pay for it for the next 3 or 4 days. So I did yesterday. I sat on the ground here and was working on the front tire, and woke up. Couldn't sleep last night, woke up in pain, and took a pain pill this morning. So I'm going to go get it out of the way once and for all, through the summer anyway. Get this bike cleaned up for the last time, and then probably go to the shop this afternoon when it gets hot, the knife shop. So see you in a bit. I'll give you after, and the sun will be about straight up noon by the time I get around to that. I'm going to turn that fan on in the corner and blow this direction, because it is very, very humid, and the wax takes forever to dry in the humidity. Okay, enough yapping. Let's get to work. Okay, the chrome is polished. The paint has been re-waxed, 2 coats. Basically, it's I put a cleaner wax and then a Carnauba paste wax over that, so the bugs will come off a little easier. And all right, I'm waiting on, boy, does that engine shine, huh? When I took that fuel tank and the seat off, that gave me access to all the parts that I couldn't get my hands into to polish before, so I did that before I put the tank back on. Anyway, there you go. There's my brand new shiny black rim. Alrighty. Now I'm waiting on some parts for my knife. I should have them about lunchtime, and it's not quite lunchtime, so I'm gonna go ride around and see what my wife's doing. I think she's weed eating and pick up sticks. I'll go see if I can encourage her to do more. All right, I've been putting this off too. May not need it, but I got like 22,000 miles on it. So, Honda Ridgeline 2020. There we go. Well, it's brand new, but I got a new one, so I mean, there's nothing wrong with giving it a new one. There we go. All right, give me a second. All right, that one's in there. I'm not even gonna hang on to it. All right, now we're going to change the cabin air filter. And the way you do that, you squeeze in on each side. Am I going to need two hands? Yeah. You squeeze in on each side and it folds down. I'll show you in just a second. See these little things here? Already. Okay, now there is a ridge that you want to set one of the lips of these things inside, otherwise the air will just go past it. And it's right below this, right here. And on this end, there's a lip that you have to slide this very first pleat into. Otherwise, the air will just go on past it. So, already. This isn't the best camera work, I know, but I didn't plan on doing this. Okay, and there we go. Get all my junk back in there. Easy peasy. I cannot believe I've got all my little niggling, dragging things done. The filters, my motorcycle. I actually got my garage cleaned up and organized and put back together. And I can't believe it. All right, I have 2 cleavers that are spoken for and 1 small one that's not. I'm gonna get on them very soon. I have a knife that is probably spoken for, and that's here. That's a deplorable. So I'm probably going to end up sanding this up to heat treating stage. It's going to be a satin finish. I planned on going with a mirror finish, but the person that is most likely going to buy this wants it for her husband, who is a hunter, and he will definitely be using it. So I'm going to give it a really nice satin finish, and I got some scales, some wood, handles already picked out. Maple burl. And if Muhammad won't come to the mountain, bring the mountain to Muhammad. Have you ever heard that saying? I rethreaded this to match that, because none of them, I just don't know what thread this is. And this is like none of the other threads. It's not like that thread. It's not like any of the threads in there. So, and I went to a hardware store and I found a thread gauge and I couldn't find anything that matched up here. So here we are. I finally just rethreaded it to something that I knew would fit. All right, I'm fixing to put this together. We'll see it in just a minute. Finally. This is a PIC, made in Solingen, Germany. And this is the one I had to do the absolute most finessing on. I had to reshape the bone. And all these had to resand. The pommel was beat to hell. And it's better than new now. The blade is good. don't have an edge on it yet. Okay. Let's see here. And this is what I got. I still got the one with the sheath at home, and that's available. All these are going to have sheaths. I just haven't got to that. This one's sold, and this one is probably sold. I have a hatchet coming that is made like this. Looks like it too. And where's the one I just did? Okay, that's the one I just did. And I'm going to clean that up, and there's a gentleman that's interested in the pair. So, alrighty. Now, I'm fixing to work on, hold on, let me finish getting this covered up. God, I'm so glad I got all the little nagging things done. Okay, I can't seem to get this off, so I'm going to try to sand this lightly with it on, and then I'm going to try to freehand a new edge on this. And I'm a little bit leery. I'm not good at freehanding, but maybe I can do it. We'll see. I was wrong. I can get it off. Got it in a vise, and I got this right here. I can't hammer with both hands, but that's how I'm getting it to come off. All right, I got it off. And just so it won't be so hard to get on, I'm gonna hit this with a sander a little bit. All right, I'm gonna put this on my grinding jig and see if I can't make that a nice bevel. Yes, it came out good. All right. I saved it. I know that sounds like I'm bragging, but I'm really happy that I can save these old knives that have been put on grinders to sharpen. So I'm stopping here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. Yeah, put that right up there before I forget it or disturb it. So tomorrow I'll sand the blade. And you know what? Before I go home, I'm going to sand this a little bit. And then I'm going to take it home and start putting true oil on it. Probably 3 or 4 coats. I don't know what kind of wood this is. It's a really dark wood. It's probably walnut. Although it's a thicker grain. I don't know. So I'm going to sand it. I'll start with some 320 and see what it looks like. I don't want to go down too much on this because I don't want to, I don't want to make the size different than these are here. So I just want to basically get the outer schmutz off of it. And all right, this is Thursday, I believe. Yes, it is. Y'all have a good Friday. And things are going great here. I feel good. I've got some minor side effects from the Intivia. One is ringing in the ears, and I don't really notice it terribly until it's quiet. So what I'm doing is keeping the fan on, and anyway, and some cramps in my toes, ankles, feet, toes, calves, and that's one of the possible side effects. So I can deal with this. Have a good Friday, y'all. It's definitely walnut. Walnut has a distinct smell when you sand it, and it's got that smell. So it's definitely walnut. Probably not walnut native to here, because this is kind of a big, wide grain walnut, but it is walnut. It's an unmistakable smell when you sand it. All right, I'm going to the house.
Is threatening those. Look at him. He's like, you better get away from my apron. Oh, it's on now.
We are on all your
Yeah.
acorn. Yeah. Woodpecker and a blue jay having a little fist fight. Huh.
That woodpecker has claimed this his territory.